So as you know, HO Powertrain does not sell out, and we do not do anything fake here. Welcome to HO Powertrain. What are we talking about? What are we talking about today, right? Very simple. I'm going to show you guys the difference between DC and DCC. I told you, not the fake way. I'm not going to claim I know everything about CVs, punching in numbers and programming numbers on this special thing here. Why? Because I don't know, and I'm not trying to overcomplicate it. I just want to run my trains, have fun with it, and help somebody else know the difference between DC and DCC. Is that big of a deal? No, I don't think so. Come on, guys. Okay, so you've been seeing the shorts, and by the way, I hope you guys been enjoying the shorts. But anywho, y'all been seeing the shorts where we've been running this 3 power lately. So we have a Walthers, an Ather, and another Walthers. By the way, I love my Walther locomotives. Can't ask me any better. And believe it or not, I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, I have scale trains, I have Atherns, I have Bachmans, and this and other things. But I'm telling you now, these Walthers, you can't beat them as in staying on the track. They just run awesome, right? But anyhow, let's get into the video. This is DC locomotives. Those of you guys that want to know what a DC locomotive is, it's very simple. It's direct current, okay? So in other words, you have a polarity of positive and negative, or vice versa of the polarity going into your locomotive. Your wheels picking up power down below into the metal wheels, sending it through a series of wires into a motherboard, then it goes into the motor. Okay, on your older locomotives, the wires would pick up and go directly into a resistor or something, then go into the motor. In other words, it's direct current, okay? And to me, direct current, that's why I've been running direct current on my main line, just runs better. It gives it a better polarity. You don't have to clean track that often, and it just works awesome for DC locomotives. Now, what controls a DC locomotive is very simple. Comes down into here, and I got this hoorah down here. Don't worry, I'm not trying to be fake professional here. I'm just trying to show you the truth, okay? So what I have this power pack here, okay? It's a Rail Power 1370. Bought it from eBay for around 70 to 80 bucks, something like that. Goes into the side of here, and it picks into 2 feeders. So there's 1 feeder here, 1 feeder here. It goes into my track, and I just turn a knob forward. You see the locomotive picking up direct current, and they go, right? Come on, get off my curtain. So again, DC locomotives, very simple to run. All it is a controlled power source going direct into your locomotive and it going. All right, got that one out of the way, right? Okay, so DCC here. The only thing that makes this thing different from a DC locomotive is the decoder they have in here. They have a Tsunami 2 decoder in here that costs quite expensive, probably around 110 to 120 bucks. So this thing runs on a digital command. And what gives it the digital command, okay, is the NC power cab, this baby here. This thing here gives a signal that crosses it from your track and gives the signal to your decoder, okay? The best I can explain it. So when you give this thing a command, it's actually picking up a digital signal from the DCC and it throws it into the decoder into your locomotive and tells the motor what to do from this, right? So I'll show you. Now again, they got different CVs that people study and they go by, which we're not going to do all that because I don't need that. All I need this thing to do is to go forward. See, take this baby off the track. I'm having too much signal interference with this, so let's get this off. Our scale train, and I'll show you how it acts, right? So you push these numbers up, you can see it go. You dial the number down, okay? And as you can see over there, the way it stopped, okay? Let's add some momentum to this. So momentum, we're going to add 9 to it. And what the momentum does is whenever you, let's say you reverse, right? We'll notch it up. See how I got it all the way to 28 and it's not taking off really fast? That's because of the momentum is so high and it's taking off like a real locomotive, okay? Eventually it'll pick up speed as it's running. But it's perfect when you're switching, okay? So that's what the momentum does on DCC. Now let's go forward and I'll demonstrate that again. There you go, I'm at 28 and you can see how slow it's going until it starts picking up speed. Now if I turn it all the way down, see how it's on 0 and it's still going? Like I'm still on 0 and it's still going, right? That's your momentum, just like a real locomotive, like slowly coming to a stop, okay? Isn't that cool? Now let's reverse this. All right, so now that we're reversing, let's give it a signal of the bell sound. I don't know if you can hear it, but the bell is on. Let's stop it. Let's give it the horn. So I'm hitting the horn. Okay, I'm gonna put some headlights. Put the headlight, there you go. Let's put some ditch lights. Sweet. Turn the sound back on. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's starting up. Horn. And reverse it into our load. It's got to do the startup sequence thing before it reverses. There you go. So I put my control down and it's just backing up. Isn't that cool? So that's what a DCC locomotive consists of. Realistic running, sounds, lights, momentum, everything else. Again, I'm not getting into any kind of CVs. I don't need to. I'm not going to do something I'm not and try to learn it because that's not my goal. My goal is to run trains and have fun. So anyway, guys, I hope this video was helpful to you guys. What DCC is, a digital command control, and DC is just direct current. Very simple. Again, DCC is more for switching and more of a realistic point of view when you're doing switching and stuff. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.